Hello, people. Welcome. You see, today we are going to do something. If you are from Nigeria and you have this belief or this faith that somehow Nigeria will get better, more especially security wise, just come closer. And if you are from Nigeria and you are from the southern part of Nigeria and you believe that Nigeria will get better security wise, you are from southern part of Nigeria, more especially southern part of Nigeria. Come closer. Just bring your seat closer. I have some information for you. And if you are from the southern part of Nigeria and you are from Biafra land, you know where Biafra land is, the then eastern part of Nigeria. That is the then eastern region of Nigeria. If you believe that somehow Nigeria will get better security-wise, more especially if you believe that when P2B becomes the president, Nigerian security issue will be resolved, just come closer and sit down and listen to me. I have something to tell you and to show you. And if you are from the southern part of Nigeria and you are an Igbo person, that's even more interesting. For those of you who say you are obedience or whatever you call it, that when P2B enters into power, everything will just magically change and security will be 100%. Just come closer, let me tell you something. Okay? Welcome to our channel. This is Nelly's TV, as you know, and today we have some information for you concerning the security situation of that contraption you call Nigeria, you call a country. Just come closer, all right? And if you've not subscribed to our channel, please, I crave your indulgence to try to do so, okay? To encourage us and also to make the video go viral so that others can also get information as you are getting right now, and you can also continue to get more news and news analysis from us. I'm going to enlarge this video. You see this young man you see here? He is the current governor of Zamfara State. His name is Daoud Alawa. He has something to tell you, and your own is just to pay attention. Listen up.
Looking at that memo, I'll be so stupid at my level to sit down and write such kind of memo. I think I'm way more than that. If you look at the memo, and I keep saying, look at the content of the memo. It says Northwest Governors Security Summit. That was the heading. The background says payment to bandits. And they listed all the bandits in Zamfara State.
Okay, did you hear him? There was a memo, and the memo, they accused this governor of writing the memo, and the governor is trying to explain something here, that the memo wrote about Southwest Governors Forum, and they listed bandits, terrorist organizations that operate within that region. All right, good. Remember, he said, let's go a bit back.
Look at the content of the memo. It says Northwest Governors Security Summit.
Northwest Governors Security Summit, which means, you know what that means. All the governors in the Northwest, their security summit. And what did they write as a memo? Their memo was, listen.
That was the heading. The background says payment to bandits. And they...
Did you hear that? Payment to bandits. Governors are considering paying bandits. For what? This is the contraption you call Nigeria. Listen up.
Listed all the bandits in Zamfara State. Then the second part of it was for journalists. And all those journalists are the ones that are having some kind of shady relationship with Matali, and they are all listed.
Okay. So who is Matawale? Do you know who Matawale is? Matawale is the former governor of Zamfara State. So the journalists who had some very illicit deals with Matawale were listed in that document together with different bandit groups, and they were planning to pay them. Pay them for what? Pay bandits for what? People. And this is what this young man was saying. And listen, let me tell you, because we are not going to listen to all the interview. He said a lot of things, including that he was not ready to negotiate with bandits, because this young man has been going through some attacks from the powers that be at the highest level of Nigeria, that is from Abuja, telling him, persuading him, urging him, forcing him to negotiate with bandits. Can you imagine? And in the beginning of this video, he said that he will not negotiate with bandits. Let me go a bit backwards, and you hear him.
And I would like you to help us make sense of this narrative out there. The narrative out there is one of the reasons it's looked like Governor Dauda Lawal and his predecessor, Bello Matawale, cannot agree, or the relationship is not rosy, is because Governor Lawal is being forced to negotiate with bandits. But you're insisting that these guys must be crushed. Also, I've heard you complain that negotiations with bandits are going on behind you, but you have refused to tell Nigerians who is doing this. So when a document surfaced online indicating that the government had been relating with these bandits through the back door, Nigerians were surprised and confused. So tell us tonight, what exactly happened? Were you overwhelmed?
Okay, so did you hear that? He has been under pressure from his predecessor, this very Matawale, and the reason is that he has refused to negotiate with bandits. Can you imagine? They are mounting pressure on a governor who says, I will not negotiate with bandits. And who is mounting this pressure? The predecessor, the former governor, in the person of Bello Matawale, is mounting pressure on this young man called Dauda Lawal, the current governor, that he must negotiate with bandits. And they went behind him to write down memo saying that he wrote the memo, that the current governor wrote the memo, and he's planning to pay the bandits. He's trying to negotiate with them. Okay, it is obvious that the bandits were actually making these demands, and these people needed to please them somehow. So they decided to write that document and go behind him to make some kind of negotiation. And that's what this young man is trying to clarify here, that he wasn't part of the memo and cannot negotiate with them. Can you now see what is going on in that contraption you call a country? Somebody doesn't want to negotiate with bandits, and they are going behind him to write some kind of letter. And bet you me, it is very, very possible that they eventually gave those bandits the money. All right? So listen to what this young man said first.
Okay. My stand from day one has been no negotiation with any bandit. And I
Did you hear that? No negotiation with any bandit. And
still stand on that.
I still stand on that. This is somebody who wants to do the right thing. And listen, let me tell you, this is exactly the same thing that will happen to anybody who becomes any governor anywhere, or even the president of Nigeria. It doesn't matter who you are, because Nigeria is not ruled by Nigeria's president. Nigeria is ruled by Britain as a proxy through the northern politicians, northern elites, emirs, and the Sultan of Sokoto as the prime leader, as their how do I even put it? As the supreme leader. All right. So whatever they say is what happens in that country. So it doesn't matter who becomes the president. When Goodluck Jonathan became the president, he wanted to change the status quo by inviting mercenaries to come and fight Boko Haram. What happened? They kicked Jonathan out of office. So if you are dreaming, just keep dreaming. All right. Just keep dreaming that somehow, if P2B comes into office, he will change things. I'm going to show you something else. Look at this. It is the same man talking. Some months ago, information revealed that my predecessor was fully involved in banditry, Zamfara governor. If you go down, look at him, this young man, and look at the Bello Metawale, the former governor. We will hear more about this Bello Metawale. Dauda Lawal, the governor of Zamfara, alleged that his predecessor Bello Matawale, who is the prime minister, who is the minister, Minister of State for Defense. Did you hear that? Was fully involved in banditry during his tenure as governor of the state. Now, I listened to the interview this man granted that time. He clearly said that Bello Matawale was harboring some terrorists in the government house during his tenure. Some terrorists were living comfortably in the government house under the governorship of Bello Matawale. And today, what is Bello Matawale in Nigerian government? He is the Minister of State for Defense, the person who is supposed to fight these terrorists and bandits. He is the one. But what is the allegation against him? It was alleged that Bello Matawale was fully involved in banditry during his tenure as governor. And he said it on a national TV. He didn't mince words. He said it openly and asked Bello Matawale, if you say what we are saying is wrong, come out and defend yourself. Now, it has also been reported on several occasions that this guy called Bello Turji is the leader of one of the bandit groups ravaging the northern part of Nigeria, talking about Niger, Zamfara, and the rest of them. Bello Turji is a notorious criminal. He's a notorious bandit. Okay, Bello Turji has come out to call out Bello Matawale, this man who happens to be the current Minister of State for Defense of Nigeria. You can imagine the irony. He called him out and said, you are supporting terrorism, you are supporting banditry in Nigeria. If you say I'm lying, come and defend yourself. Bello Matawale could not defend himself. He could not deny it till today. That is the person that is serving as your defense minister. Is it making sense to you now? Now, I have some videos here which I'm not going to show their faces because of the way it is not really nice to show. Okay, in one of these videos, the terrorists here, or whether they call them terrorists or bandits, they were praising Bello Matawale. All right, they were praising him, singing praises to him in the video. Let's see. Did you hear Bello Matawale? Bello Matawale. Those are bandits singing praises to Bello Matawale. This same man, you are the Minister of State for Defense of Nigeria currently, as I speak to you. Bandits are praising him. I will not show you the video because of the sensitive things that graphics that are there. Okay. Now, let us go further in what about this Bello Matawale. Another video here. Another video here. That is the video where Bello Turji was calling Bello Matawale. Okay, he spoke in Hausa. Anyway, I will not continue, okay, because it will take our time, and I'm not going to show the video because of the graphic content. All right, that was where Bello Turji called out Bello Matawale and accused him of sponsoring banditry. This same Bello Matawale, listen up. Now, let us go further. You see this young man. I'm going to show this one because it's manageable. See him. He actually spoke in Hausa. He's a sheikh. His name is Sheikh Murtala Asada, as you can see, Murtala Asada. So he spoke talking
To
about.
bayan Allah daga ƙarshe sai jawabin da nake yi ƙarshe abinda zan ɗan yi muna ishara abubuwa na guda biyu. Abu na farko shine duk wanda yake wannan ƙasa ya ji cewa gwamnatin Najeriya ƙarƙashin babban lauyan Najeriya.
Okay, I'm not going to continue playing it further. I will just explain a few things. Now, this man said something. He acted as a whistleblower, okay? And he said something. He said, while security forces are abusing mistakenly bombing, because they always say that they mistakenly bombing innocent civilians, leaving deadly terrorists walking freely in bushes and in towns. The whistleblower, Sheikh Murtala Assad, revealed the alleged criminal relationship between the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, and notorious bandit terrorists such as Bello Turji, Musa Kamarawa, the late Halilu Sububu. Now, if we had listened to this video longer, we would have heard where Governor Daud Lawal said that they have eliminated this man. I just mentioned his name here, Halilu Sububu. So he was really a known notorious criminal. All right. So that's what this man is saying here, that he linked the relationship between Bello Matawale and all these criminals. Let me mention their names again: Bello Tuji, Musa Kamarawa, and Halilu Sububu, who is now late, and others, not only these three, and others. He also implicated the former governor of Sokoto State, and guess who he is? Aminu Waziri Tambuwa, in aiding terrorism in the northern part of the country. This was a sheikh talking, not anybody else. And you know they know themselves. So Sheikh Murtala Asada alleged that Bello Matawale provided operational vehicles for the terrorists. And when those vehicles became outdated, Aminu Waziri Tambuwa allegedly purchased replacement of one of the trucks. He challenged the security agencies and the government to take decisive action against this menace by focusing on identifying and prosecuting saboteurs and criminals aiding terrorism from within its kitchen cabinet, rather than looking outward. Now, are these people above the law? You know, government will just quickly come out and begin to point accusing fingers elsewhere, instead of looking inwards among their so-called kitchen cabinets who are aiding these terrorists. Now, one lady, he has been a minister of the of Nigerian government some time ago. So recently, when Tinubu assumed office, Tinubu approached her to give her a ministerial position again. The woman said she went to Tinubu and told her, "Oga, let's sit down and talk." And they were talking. She asked him precisely and said, "What are you doing about insecurity, more especially in the north? Because I will talk about my region." So Tinubu said, "Insecurity, unfortunately, there is nothing I can do about it, because if I fight them, I will be stepping on very big toes, and I don't want that trouble." That was what Tinubu told this woman. This woman said this thing on a national television. She didn't mince words. She said it precisely and clearly and direct to the point, and mentioned names. And since then, Tinubu has not debunked this woman's, let's say, claim. So what does that tell you? That there are powers that are actually ruling Nigeria, not the president of Nigeria. And if you go against those powers, they will rubbish you the way they rubbished Goodluck Jonathan. So you can keep on dreaming, right? That somehow, if P2B comes into power, he will he will perform some kind of miracle. All right. Now I am going to show you something else. I'm going to show you something else. Look at this. Look at this news. Rampaging bandits unalive 26 soldiers in Niger as Bola Tinubu loses control of national security. It was on June 25, 2025. Okay, a security source told People's Gazette that no fewer than 26 soldiers were, decimated in an attack, adding the incident happened on Tuesday. Look at it. The news is there. Rampaging bandits have slain scores of soldiers in yet another brutal attack on a military base. Military base, remember, not in the house. Military base in Mariga, LG, a local government area of Niger, amid the claim by President Bola Tinubu's government that security is improving across the country. This was after the attack in Benue State. Before you knew it, bandits went to military base this time around, not civilian base, and annihilated soldiers who they say are going to protect you. All right, so you can keep dreaming. Now look at this one. Bandits invade Nigeria's military base in Niger, Kaduna, and then unalive many people. All right, so that is it. It keeps happening like that. So not only in Niger did it happen. After Niger, they went to Kaduna and kept eliminating soldiers. That is the country where you are dreaming that maybe just somehow one day some kind of miracle will happen if Obi gets into power or whatever. If they amend the Electoral Act. I saw some people going to Abuja to say that the Electoral Act should be amended. Is it what is going to bring, what do they call it? What is going to bring security to you? Now, let me show you a few more things. You see, I asked you if you are from Biafra land, if you are an Igbo person, come closer and listen, so that when you are deceiving yourself, you know what you are deceiving yourself about. You see, very long time ago, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kept hammering on this thing, that these people are coming to swoop on us, swoop into our communities and begin to destroy things, take people's lives, and their brothers in government will protect them. Now, let me ask you, ever since they started annihilating people, has any northern politician said anything? Has any northern emir said anything? Has the Sultan of Sokoto condemned the massacre, the one that happened in Plateau State, the ones that have been happening, and the ones that just happened recently in Benue State? Did he talk? He did not talk, and he will never talk, because it is their work. This is their job. You can't stop them. If you stop them, they will fight you. It is their industry, and they are making billions out of it from federal government. By the way, ask yourself, where do these terrorists get their weapons? AK-47, different types of trucks and armor vehicles. How do they get them? Who gives them the money? Where do they buy them? And nobody knows how to track them. It's not that the authorities don't know. They know, but they cannot go after them. But you see, when the 16 so-called hunters were unalived in Uromi in Edo State, hey, all the northern elders came up, all their politicians, they started shouting, whoa, 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 everywhere, including Sultan of Sokoto. Everybody came out and began to condemn it and ask for what do they call it? For damages, for compensation. And quickly, the governor of Edo State went to the north begging and promised to compensate. But more than 200 persons just lost their lives in Benue State. These people did not call. That's to tell you the kind of society you find yourself defending every time. We believe in a better Nigeria. Nigeria will be better tomorrow. With this kind of evil eating deep into the fabrics of the system, you think is something you can just wake up and correct? Where are you going to start? Because once they know that you want to stop it, they will kick you out of your position. And the earlier you know that, the better for you. So you stop dreaming. Look at this woman, an innocent woman who cultivated her, what is that, maize farm. This is Igbo land. In case you are confusing yourself, this is not Benue anymore. This is now Igbo land. For those of you Igbo people who, when they tell you about Biafra, support Biafra, let us break out of Nigeria and be safe, you will open your mouth and will not be ashamed to say, I am not a Biafran. Let us make Nigeria good. This is how you will make the Nigeria good for yourself. In your house, in your farm, these people will invade and finish you because you are remaining in that Nigeria. The earlier you separate, the earlier you support this Biafra struggle and separate, the safer for you. Otherwise, people will continue to lose their lives so long as you support Nigeria. So long as you say that Nigeria will remain, people will continue to lose their lives on a daily basis. Why you don't understand? Why will people be destroying people, supporting that something that was not created by God should remain? Must Nigeria exist? Before Nigeria started existing in 1914, were we not existing? Why must we continue to allow people lose their lives just to protect an artificial creation of a human being called Lugard? This thing should be split and let people go and have their rest and have their peace and build their country and stay in peace. We cannot live together with these criminals called Fulani. They are barbaric. Now listen to this woman, an innocent old woman.
Agrekene unu ihe mabụ chim obi ọfọdụle wachi eto ọfọdụle utu nne mpam maka esi ihe aba na ọka icon.
So it's like this is in Agolo, I don't know, but this is in Enugu, okay? They say it's in Enugu, Ezago in Enugu. So I don't know the particular village, whether Ezago is the very village or there is another smaller village where people will be able to understand. This is happening in Enugu, in Igbo land, no longer in Benue. Now, just under your nose.
This year bụ ihe ma utu anụ ọkpa ekele bụ ndị Hausa bịa n'abalị tata wee jide ọka niile anyị kọrọ ihe and the groundnut mebi shikpo taa ha niile from ihu to azụ ihe mabụ ọka anyị kọrọ fertilizer
Look at the
obele ka ọka ha tara ha niile jide ọkpa ekele waya mmadụ vọfụtakpọ ha niile n'ala jide dị ọka niile itali shikpo.
Okay, now you know my worry here. This young man that is complaining this thing, if you tell him, come and support Biafra, so that all of us, when we add all our forces, when we add our forces together, we synergize and mount so much pressure that will enable us to pull out of Nigeria. He will tell you, you are trying to cause trouble. But now, who is causing trouble for him? He was in his house. He was in his house, cultivated his farm. And what happened to his farm? Is it Biafran agitators that destroyed his farm right now? But people have always been propagating, hey, all these Biafran agitators, IPOB, ESN, they are the ones causing insecurity. Is there any other thing? Is there any other insecurity greater than this? Do you know that if they have met anybody in that farm, they would have also eliminated him? And look, that is not all. I'm going to show you another one, so that you begin to learn, if at all you will learn. Because Igbos, I have come to understand that we hardly learn. Look at this one.
Our people.
Okay. So, do you see them? They are still in the farm. They are not even perturbed. They are not bothered. They are not bothered. What gives them this courage? It is because their people are in authority. And if you talk, they can do anything to you and nothing will happen. They will be protected. Now, this woman has lost her farm also. Tell me, people who their only mainstay is farming, and now you are destroying their crops. How are they going to survive? But if you talk to these people and say, let us jointly fight and get out of Nigeria. They will tell you that you are now the problem. You are the problem. So this is my problem with these people. This is my problem with them. They will never agree with you to put off a joint fight in order to be free from this menace going on in our society. And this is what we continue to see so long as we don't want to fight together to free ourselves from the contraption called Nigeria. I'm going to show you another thing, okay? Because it's not yet all. Now, look at this one. Look at this very one. Maybe it will awaken some of you who are still thinking that somehow Nigeria will be better tomorrow. Now, watch. Oh.
The heart of the town, Kanamano. Le Habuchakwe Ebeha. Lenny heart of the town. Obio, the beauty of the town, Kahara Nama Nama Tairi Banene. Udion, na 40-40, Dion, a men over.
Did you see that? These are, oh God, these are herdsmen, Fulani herdsmen, with their cows in Owerri City, in Imo State, where Hope Uzodinma is busy working for Fulani, doing all their biddings. Look at the result. Look at the result. Look at the result. Cow roaming about everywhere in a territory like this. This should be a government parastatal, I guess. They are just busy, freely roaming about. Oh God. Watch.
Across road.
You will see. Okay. Look at that. Cows on the road. Look at the city center like this. Look at cow on the road. They are going to obstruct traffic and nothing will happen. Okay, I'm going to show us something. Just look very carefully. Can you see this guy? Look at him. Look at this side. Look at where my mouse is. That is a weapon. It's AK-47. In broad daylight. Broad daylight. Somebody who says he's a herdsman. Look at him. Let me move it a bit backwards. I will show you another one also, in case you think this one is not. Look at it. Look at it very well. This is a gun. This is AK-47 machine gun rifle. Look at it. Okay, wait. Let me go back a bit. Look at it. Look at it. Did you see that? Okay, I'm going to go back again. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. He's carrying AK-47, walking freely in broad daylight in the city. And who is talking? Of course, nobody is talking. I will show you again. Maybe that one is not very clear. Look at this one. Aha. Look at this guy. He's one of the herdsmen. Look at his own AK-47 here on his left shoulder. Here is Owerri in Imo State, in the contraption you call a country, Nigeria. Does that ring a bell to you? Does that bring to light what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started shouting about many years ago? Look at it, has arrived. How can you talk to somebody carrying this type of weapon? How can you talk to him? He will just clear you and nothing will happen. Nothing, absolutely. Have you ever heard that they prosecuted any Fulani herdsman? It does not happen. That will never happen. Now, let me show you one that will even shock you. If you think that it's just all about Fulani herdsmen, you are dreaming. Let me show you. Look at this one. You are going to see something that will shock you right here. Look at this picture. Look at it very clearly, very closely. Who do you see there? Who are these people? Look at them. These are Nigerian soldiers. soldiers, officers of Nigerian army, what are they doing? They are deliberately cutting down somebody's maize farm with clearing it with machete. Can you see? That's all you see in a contraption. Look at it. It's live, happening live before your two eyes. Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian army, look at them. So what could be the reason for this kind of act from Nigerian army? Going into somebody's maize farm and just clearing it with machete. Is it not a deliberate jihad? This is deliberate economic jihad against the people to make you hungry, to bring hardship, to reduce to cause food scarcity, so that by giving you just a morsel of bread, they can command you and tell you what to do, and you do it without arguing. This is what Nigerian army is doing. So for those of you who think that somehow Nigeria will get better, and maybe if you vote Obi into power, Obi will stop it. How can Obi stop this type of thing? How can P2B stop this type of thing? And how many times have you heard the northern elders, emirs, and Sultan of Sokoto condemn this type of evil? Is it possible? Now look at what it is going to result in. I'm going to show you what all these things will result in. Look at it.
Ich hatte keine Ahnung, dass so etwas möglich war.
Now,
2020 habe ich damit angefangen, programmieren.
Sorry. Now look at this. Can you see it? This is Jagaban 2027. Look at it, very clearly written here. And who is here? Bola Tinubu. What is he trying to do? I'm going to play it for you to see.
My contract they give me, I'm not campaigning for anybody. So na contract, na my money they go pay me. Imagine they don't begin the campaign for 2027.
Okay.
The money I'm interested in.
Can you see? Can you see that?
My contract they give me.
So this is a contract that is already going on. All right. Tinubu has already awarded a contract for somebody to produce what do you call it? Plantain chips for him. This is plantain chips. Okay, they are preparing for 2027 election already. This is 2025. They're already preparing for 2027 election, and look at what they are going to give people to lure them. This is the bait they are going to give you. So after destroying your farm like this and making you hungry, making life very difficult for you, after Fulani herdsmen destroy your farm like this, look at them. After destroying your farm, then Tinubu will come and give you 1 bottle of plantain chips. And then this 1 bottle of plantain chips will take care of you for the next 4 years, I think. This is what is going to take care of you and your family for the next 4. I think Nigerians are the most stupid set of people I have seen on earth. Somebody will bring this thing to you and you will just accept and go and vote him. Nigerians are also incurable. And what pains me is that Igbo people who claim to be intelligent are joining in this mess. Igbos will collect this thing also and go and vote Tinubu. So, I mean, in fact, I'm not talking too much again. This thing is already getting me pissed off. So what I'm just trying to tell you is, for those of you who are just thinking, dreaming, and saying, we believe God will change something, this, that, every year things keep getting worse, and you tell me you are believing that somehow something will change. If you don't separate yourself from Nigeria, nothing will change. This thing will continue and continue to get even worse. Let Tinubu enter his second tenure. That is when everybody in that country will see what is called hardship and suffering. All right? And I think Nigerians deserve this hardship because you people don't learn. You continue to maintain an entity, a criminal empire created by Lugard, and you want to continue to defend it. You prefer that everybody can be eliminated for Nigeria to remain. This is the result you get from such a stupid idea and thinking. So if you want to continue to deceive yourself, continue. All right? But if you're an Igbo person, join the struggle for the liberation of Biafra. That is the most intelligent thing you can do. This time around, you can see the people destroying your farm, rearing their animals around with AK-47, roaming about freely. So tell me, is your problem still IPOB? Is your problem still ESN? Is your problem still Nnamdi Kanu? Is your problem still Simon Ekpa? Is your problem still Biafra agitators? Genuine ones, are they still your problems? Or is it not? Is it these people who destroy your farms and these other people who claim to be your security men? Your security men who are cutting people's farm like this, clearing it. Now, somebody will just cause this type of harm on you, hurt you in this way. And instead of you to call out the person who is responsible for the crime, you start calling IPOB, yes, and Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. You must be very stupid. It means you don't have your senses up and running. If you like, you learn. If you don't like, you continue believing in Nigeria and attacking freedom agitators who want to save you and your family. Fact. Bye for now.